Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Darkest Dungeon board game. I've been having a great time with this, and I'm excited to play today. And today, we are actually going to fight the Necromancer. So, I will say that if you don't know, how this works is that there's a special Face the Threat card that we're going up against. And the threat here is, of course, the Necromancer. It works a bit different where this is actually a do or die scenario. So if our heroes, if all of them die, the campaign is over. So we're going to find out if this is going to continue into campaign 1 or if we're going to be looking at starting a campaign 2 coming up right here, right now. So let's buckle up and we'll get things going. So a few things to remember. Our characters are going to be starting with a bunch of buffs, and we also had the Scout Ahead on the Bounty Hunter, which is reveal a room in the next dungeon, and I'll explain this if you give me 1 second. So if we look at this, so this is our current dungeon. The boss is always, they're always going to be in an edge room, which means that they're always going to be at the end of a corridor. So, by revealing one of these corridors, I now know it's either going to be here, or it's going to be there. So, it makes our opening search a little bit easier, which fills me with some sense of optimism. Fingers crossed, right? Other things that changed from the last one. This happened at the end of the last episode. The Bounty Hunter and the Vestal are both now level 2. And the Vestal, the Highwayman, and the Crusader all have a temporary level 3 ability. So we should play the game. We're going to start by rolling our preparation dice in 1 second. Okay. So we had 2 less preparation die from our Hamlet event, I believe. But I did go to the survivalist once, so we are adding an additional die here. Okay, so we have 9. So we have a torch. We have bandages, we have a shovel, we have 1 of the medicine. The potion, which removes blight. But we don't have any... Oh, we actually have 2 of the potion that removes blight. But we don't have any food, which if we don't eat deals us damage. 2 damage per hero level. Wild. The tool does... The tool is only... Okay. The tool's only... So I think we only need, 1 shovel. I do want, another torch. Mostly for curios. We do want 1 food. He hates rolling food, apparently. And do we want another torch? I think we're going to grab another food. I think we're going to go like that. And I think those are going to be our supplies here. Okay. So, I don't think there's a reason to scout ahead into this next room, so we're all going to just roll 2 dice as we move forward and we see what's waiting for us. So we'll give 2 dice per person and just hope this doesn't go too bad. Alright, so we're moving here. Zot, 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 zot. We're right there. Alright, so the Crusader, we're going to roll 2. We have 2 torches. So that is, we have to either consume a torch or gain +1 or a stress. 1 second. We're going to the rule book again. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna, I think we're going to go down 1 light level for 1 of those, so that solves that. And then I think we're going to get... Honestly, give me 2 light levels. Actually, no, the Crusader, he can get 2 stress. The Crusader can get 2 stress. Alright, then we're going to go to the Bounty Hunter, who rolled a rubble, so we'll spend the tool. And then we're going to spend a torch on one of these curios, which are going to allow us to ignore the negative effects on the curio. And the curio over here is none other than Suit of Armor! An antique suit of armor stands amidst the ruins. As you examine the helmet, it snaps shut on your fingers. You manage to break free, but your carelessness has resulted in an oncoming fever. We had to ignore all the negative things, but we actually don't get any positive. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, but we got no negative, which is kind of nice. All right, keeping this going, we're now onto the Highwayman, who is going to get a curio of his own and a torch. So we're going to take 2 stress for the torch, and we're going to spend the torch to make this curio okay. So we have a bookshelf. A bookshelf full of old leather-bound books. As you reach out for a tome, a sharp ornament falls and slashes on your hand. An intense pain rushes through you, only to be washed away by your renewed vigor. So we get to ignore the 3 negative effects, but we do get a positive trait, which is Skilled Gambler. Okay, that's kind of neat. So the Skilled Gambler is pretty simple. Whenever we roll a 1 on a d10, we lose a stress. That's a nice little perk there. It's a nice little perk. Okay, so we're out of torches. We are now out of torches. All right, and we go to the Vestal, who rolls 2 curios. Okay. So our first curio is the Iron Maiden. All right. A rusty Iron Maiden stands against the wall, clasped shut. You feel tense as you try to open the devilish contraption. Alas, you pin yourself onto one of the spikes by accident. You curse your good luck as you break free, but luckily you notice a trinket stashed in the empty coffin. So we get 1 stress. We get a negative quirk, and we die if we get 4. But I have to find the window in which we die if we get 4. Let me look at these. Yep, okay, if we get a 4th one, it's over. So, hopefully not. We are bleeding for 3 turns. But we do get a trinket. So this is the Stress Eater. Whenever we spend food, we get +1 stress. Next one here, is this giving us a negative quirk? No, it's giving us a positive quirk. Oh, this is actually, all right, we got lucky. It's a Holy Fountain. One second, I'm looking up that Stressed Eater. Stressed Eater, whenever the hero consumes a food, yes, okay. Just exactly what the card says. Who would have thought that the card would do exactly what it says? All right, an ornate fountain of holy purport. You step into the fountain, grabbing the coin offerings through the cold, murky waters. You find some provisions, but you feel so sick to your... Oh, I guess I also get my trinket, huh? I get a trinket as well from that last one. But you find yourself... you feel sick to your stomach, praying that you haven't contacted something serious or terminal. So, we do get Blight for 3 turns. So just taking a bunch of bleeding and blight damage for the first few little bits. But we do get a positive quirk. We get a roll, a provision die, and we get 5 gold. So, you know, even if you die, Vestal, which I don't want you to, that is kind of sick. Okay, so we have to see what our trinket was on the last one, and then we'll do our virtue and our roll. Archer's Ring, +2 accuracy, 1 in that one. So I guess we're going to trade this to our good friend, the the Highwayman. What's our, and you can have 3 items? Yeah, you can have 3 trinkets. Okay. And our positive virtue is Warrior of Light. Oh, okay, so when you increase the torch, you get healing 2 per hero level. That's actually really good with the Vestal. That's really good with the Vestal. And we get to roll one of these dice onto bandages. Which, I mean, I might as well just use to heal the bleeding. Might as well, right? Okay. But what's most important is that we have hit this room. So let's see what it is. It's a treasure room. So treasure rooms commence a battle. When the room is cleared, we gain 20 gold. All right, so it's battle time, which is why we're all here. We're all here for the combat. The combat is where things get fun. So sorry, let me just get see what our map is. It is the Ritual Chamber. All right, so we're looking for map number 1. Yeah, I found it. Okay, so we've seen this one before. So this is cornered. Heroes ending in their turn in those spaces get +1 stress. And here's our map. Okay, so he's here, there, Vestal's up here, Highwayman's down there, and we get some treasure chests. I need to shuffle these up. And I'm just going to put 20 gold on standby on the treasure room. Because, well, we want the treasure. we want to be rich. We want to be rich. We want to make sure we don't forget that, because that is something that I will forget. And we're going to put down 2 treasure chests, and the rest can go back into the holder. Okay. Well, let's see who our enemies are, shall we? So first one is going to be a Bone Courtier. I don't know how to say it. I'm not going to pretend I know how to say it. And that guy is going to go in here, because he is in the back. We have a Bone Rabble, who is just so kindly going to go up front. So he's going to be right there. We have, whoopsie, a Bone Soldier, who is also going to go up front. And he goes there. And then last but not least, we have a Bone Defender, who is going to be out of position, luckily, but he's going to do a lot of moving, but he's starting in there. Okay. All right, so combat has begun. I'm going to shuffle up my newly sleeved initiative deck, and we're going to get this show on the road. These I do not need. This I do not need. Put it up there. Put it out of the way of this table, which, as you can see, is absolutely loaded with stuff. It's just absolutely loaded. So we have 8 cards here. 8 people are going. And I think we get this show on the road, right? So the level 3 smite's really nice. It actually kills most of these guys in one hit, because they're all unholy. All right. So let's see who's first. It is going to be the Bone Rabble. So he is in the front, so he's going to do Bump in the Night. He's going to move 1 space. He actually can't move into here, so he just misses his turn. That's great news, because he can't move into there. Next up is going to be the Bone Soldier, who... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, no, he moves there. He moves closer. He moves there. Sorry, I had the wrong guys. That's this one and this one. The Bone Soldier is going to do Graveyard Slash. So most wounded between these two. They're actually tied, so it's going to go after the Crusader. So this is an accuracy of 7, so it needs to roll a 7 or lower. Crits on a 1. That's a 3. So we're going to take 4 damage. Let me just get a bunch of these little... Oh my god. So we're going to take 4 damage on the Crusader. Okay. Alright, and that's it, right? 4 damage on the Crusader. And that's at a range of 1. So we're all good there. We're all good. Okay, who's next? It is the Crusader. So the Crusader wants to take some of these guys off the table. So he's going to move for his first action. He's going to move into here. And then I think we're going to try a smite on this guy, because it deals 11 damage if we hit. It has an accuracy of 10, so we actually hit no matter what. We crit on a 2 or lower. That's a 1! So that means we lose a stress up here, and then this guy is dead. So the bone courtier is no longer a problem. He is off the board, so that's 11 damage on the guy. Okay, and who's next? It's going to be the Bone Defender. So this guy is in that position, so he's going to do Clumsy Axe Blade. So he's going to move once. Well, he's going to try to target the furthest, which is going to be this guy. So he's just going to move up here. But then he's going to pull himself up one. So he's going to pull himself into this space. And switch spots between him and the Bone Soldier. Okay. But now on the plus side, we actually get 3 actions in a row. Because there's all of the enemies have gone. So that's looking kind of sick. It's the Bounty Hunter. So the Bounty Hunter now at level 2 actually has an additional ability. And I went with Flashbang. You can change these up as you want, as you see fit, but you can't, like, upgrade, like, if you upgrade one, it doesn't count as an upgrade for all of them. You have to upgrade them all independently. So Flashbang, range of 1 to 2, accuracy of 10, it deals no damage, but it does stun or push or pull the enemy, which I kind of like because I like the idea of being able to disrupt our enemy's line, which I think can be pretty sick. Is that what we're doing today, though? Oh, I guess we lose a buff, and we lose a buff. Buffs increase our accuracy. No, it gets +1 crit chance. So we actually critted on a 3 or lower there. So that's kind of sick. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, we want to get in the fight. We want to get out of this area. So I think we're going to move in here. Yeah, I think we're going to move in here. And I think I'm going to mark... How much damage is our... It deals 10, so that'll be 5. I think we're going to mark the Bone Defender for death. So we can just put more damage on him quicker, I think. Because most of these other guys, they fall pretty quick. So we just need to get a 10 or lower. That's a 7. So we are going to debuff... and mark this guy for 3 turns, mark him for 3 turns, buff him, debuff him for 2 turns. So marked gains +1 accuracy when targeting him. So that's kind of sick. And then we also buff ourselves for 2. Really fun, really cool. But that'll be it for the Bounty Hunter. He has done his turn. Next up is going to be an enemy, but there's no enemy to be, so it's just going to then go to the Highwayman. So the Highwayman's definitely going to pick up the treasure. We're gaining a stress for treasure. And that is either roll the die and get gold, or get a provision die. I'm worried about curios for our Vestal. So we have a 2 and a 6 chance of rolling a torch. Either on the Darkest Dungeon, the Wild, or on the Torch. Alternatively, we could try to get more money. But I think I want a Torch. We got, I mean, I'm going to take food. Food's okay. Food is fine. We'll take the food. Alright, and then for our next action. How much health does the sword guy have? He has 7. He's not out of position, so he's just going to do his normal attack. We could try to kill him to get him off the table, because the mark is going to last for enough turns that we can actually do things next turn. So I think we are just going to pistol shot this guy. Who am I more worried about? I mean, the Bone Soldier deals more damage. So just by the very nature, we're going to do this one. So we're going to attack him. We have to roll a 10 or lower. We crit on a 2 or higher. We do hit 7 damage is enough to send this guy packing. So that's great news. So the bone soldier is gone. And frankly, I'm going to just say, you love to see it. We're now going to then go to, he's going to get 1 stress, of course. And then we're going to go to our Vestal, who's also going to accrue some stress this turn, I think. But she's going to take 1 damage because of her blight. But then the blight and the buff, oh yeah, these goes away as well. Oh, we actually crit we crit really well with the Highwayman. Okay. So now, I mean, I'm also going to pick up the treasure. We're starting there no matter what. Ooh, roll the die and get gold ×2. All right, 10 gold, I'll take it. We're not saying no to gold. It's very important for our long-term success in the game, I think. What the hell's that symbol on my start? It looks like an Ogopogo in a caution sign. What the hell does that mean? Oh, just traffic warnings. Okay, it was a road. It was a road going... That makes sense. Okay. And I think... We're worried about healing. So what I think we do is I think we actually move in here. I think we don't take the stress. I think things are looking okay. And I think we just run with it. So now we're going to round 2. Remember, we have only 4 rounds in which to win. But it is looking, I'll say, pretty comfortable. It is looking kind of nice. Okay, let's see who's first. It is going to be the Bone Rabble. So the Bone Rabble is going to go to closest. And he's just going to move in here, and he's going to attack the Highwayman. So he needs to roll a 7 or lower. He does, and he's going to hit for 4. So that's going to hit our Highwayman, putting him to 7 of 12. So we do need to heal this guy, but that's why I moved into somewhat of a closer position. Okay, we're then going to go, it's going to be the Crusader, who I really want to put a bunch of damage onto the Bone Defender. So we're going to start with a Smite. We lose a buff. So we crit on a 3 or lower, and we hit on we hit on a 4 or lower. 4 or lower, and we hit on a, we have to just roll, we always hit. So, but we crit on a 4 or lower. So close, that's a 5. So we do hit this guy for, it's going to be 14 damage, but because he has innate toughness, he's just going to take 7, which, I mean, notably is a huge number. That's like actually huge. So now I suppose the question is, do we try to kill him? Because if we hit with the stunning blow, he's dead. He takes 3 damage. And I mean, like, that's just what we do. That's just what we do. Because then we have 3 actions, we can get into position, we can do some healing, and things just ultimately look really comfortable. Yes, this guy will die. So frankly, you just kind of like, once again, I'll say it for everyone in the back, you kind of just love to see it. So then this guy's no more. Okay, and now we go to bad guy's turn, but there's no bad guys left to go. So then we go to the Bounty Hunter, who I think moves into here. And then we just mark this guy for death, basically just to get another stack. Because hopefully, our goal is that this guy's going to be dead before the Bounty Hunter needs to go again. So let's just get our mark stuff back. Okay, but that'll be the Bounty Hunter. He doesn't have much he can do in his own time. All right, Highwayman. This guy has 6 health. Can we do anything that we just put damage on him? Okay, yeah. So we can move in here. It's a range of 3. So that's totally fine. It's a quantity of 3. And then we're going to do a tracking shot. We crit on 1, 2, 3, 4. So we crit on a 4 or lower. That's okay though. We're not doing this to do that. So we're just doing this to get 2 damage on the guy. And then we're going to give ourselves a 3-turn buff. Just keep our crit rates high, right? If we keep our crit rates high, in theory, we'll crit more because that reduces our stress value. We then go to our good friend, the Vestal, who's honestly just going to do a bunch of healing, right? So we take 1 damage at the start of our turn from our Blight. But I mean, she has 17 health. Like, she's not, and the Bounty Hunter is 18. Like, that's a lot of health that we have to play with here. So she's going to start by doing a Divine Grace on, I'm pretty sure, let's just do some math. He has 5 health remaining. He has 10 health remaining. So it's just obvious that we're going to do with the one that has 5 health remaining. So we're going to go for a Divine Grace. This is going to heal 7. We crit on a 4, a 5, or a 5 or lower. Just always missing the crit. But that is okay, because we do heal for 7, and that fully heals up our Highwayman. Our second action is going to be a Divine Grace, a Divine Comfort, where we're just going to target everybody in this location. We can hit up to 3 heroes. We heal ourselves for 2 if we hit, but we also crit on a 5 or lower, and we just need to, and he's going to heal everybody for 2 damage. All right, so stress goes down, and then in the target, and everyone in the same area's stress goes down because they have to see her do it. However, everybody here, so we heal 2, and then everybody else heals 3. So that's some very comfortable healing. And now we're going into the last round. I mean, not that it's round 3 of 4, but if I don't kill this guy with an 1,000,000 accuracy, we're in a bit of a pickle. Oh, I keep forgetting about our own dodge rates. I'm bad at this game. All right, who's up first? It is the Crusader. So the Crusader is simply going to move in here, and then the Crusader is going to attack. We lose our buff. The buff is gone. But we just need to hit, we hit. It's over. It's not a critical, but this guy is gone. And that is what we call a successful combat. So let me just clean this up. And then we're going to move on. And honestly, it's looking okay. We still didn't put the torch out, but I am kind of liking the +1 crit, but I also really like the +1 dodge that it can give us. Okay. So notably, we do finish up a treasure room, so we do get 20 gold for the pile. So we started with 15, and now we're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we have doubled our money, which is the level that I would like to at least be our baseline. I am going to explore here, so we're all going to take a stress. And we're going to reveal trap room. Okay. Okay. So this is all kind of good. So if we look at it like this, so we have a curio room to our right. We can then backtrack, or we can just go and fight the guy. We can just go and fight the Necromancer, and we can like get the show on the road. We've doubled our gold, which is like where I want to start. Is it worth it to do more? Is it worth it to go and find a curio room? Not without any torches. I think, honestly, we're just going right in. We're just going to go right in for the fight. Might as well, right? Might as well. That is hunger, I'm pretty sure. So we'll consume the food. On to the Bounty Hunter, who rolled nothing. On to the Highwayman, who rolled a trap. So it's going to be an accuracy of 6 or lower, and crits on a 3 or higher. It's a 10. So the bounty hunter, sorry, the highwayman, oh, it's 9. And the highwayman only has a dodge of 9. But we do dodge the trap. And the Vestal, we don't want to see a curio here. We saw a torch. So that is either +2 stress or torch -1. I think we're going to go torch -1. I think we're doing it. But then, most importantly, we're hopping into the objective room. And we have a boss fight, which I'm excited about. So how it works is there is a special room for our boss, who is the Necromancer. So the Necromancer's room is number 10. I found it. Okay. So the Necromancer has a special action. So summoning. When a monster is summoned, the monster miniature is placed on the target area, and a new monster initiative card is shuffled into the initiative deck. If all stances are occupied, the summoning does not take effect. And you can see here that this guy has 77 health. That is a lot of health. However, one thing to know is that in a boss fight, there's no time limit. It goes until either the heroes die or the boss dies. So we do have that going for us. And this guy, as you can see, he's going to be spawning a bunch of bone rabbles. So I just need to get those all on standby from this deck. We need 3 of them. Luckily, the bone rabbles, they die pretty quick. They're pretty soft. But none of them start in play, mind you. None of them start in play. However, as you can see on our map, which I have set up here, there, you can see that the Necromancer is actually going to be starting all the way back there. Are there any treasure chests in this room? Of course not. Why would there be? So he's going to start in this position. And then he pushes himself back. Interesting. Okay. And so he's always going to roll for what he does. And he's summoning bone rattle. He summons a bone rattle every time he goes. All right, that's spicy and fun. I am very excited to try this out. No special abilities, no special rules. This guy just goes, and we just fight him. So we just have to fight this guy. So why don't we do that? Let's make our draw deck. So we have 1 villain and 4 hero initiatives. Okay. Is he unholy? He is unholy. Okay, so we can attack him for 14. So 77 divided by 14, 38. So 38 times 2 is 76. So 4 hits. 4 hits with a smite. Assuming we never have to put damage elsewhere. 4 hits and then someone else has to do the last bit. Okay. So let's see who's first. It actually is him. That's really funny. Okay, so we roll to see what he does. He does a 3, which is going to be the flesh is willing. So the most crowded area, and he's going to hit 2 heroes. So he's going to hit the Crusader and the Bounty Hunter. So this guy's going to go 1, 2. He is then going to attack. He has an accuracy of 10 and a crit of 2. Okay, an accuracy of 10 and a crit of 2. And he is hitting on these 2, and then he's going to push. Okay, so he has it's an accuracy of 8 for the Bounty Hunter. He did, oh my god, he actually critted. So we all put stress up 1. It's a good start from this guy, I will admit that. And then we each take 9 damage. Holy hell, that's a lot of damage. And then he's going to push himself back one and summon a Bone Rabble in that space. Okay, so this guy deals a lot of damage, is what we're learning here today. He deals a crap ton of damage. And then we're going to shuffle one of these into the deck. But we heal a lot. We do. We do have 7 healing in our kit. Not to maybe keep up with the pace this guy has. He's immune to stun, and he's resistant to debuff and push. Okay. All right, who's next? It's going to be the Crusader. So I think what the Crusader needs to do... Huh. So then the Crusader actually moves in here. And then the Crusader's actually going to do an Inspiring Cry. And we're going to heal ourselves for 1. Lower our stress by 1. And then we're going to heal... I suppose the Bounty Hunter by 1 and heal, and then we're also going to put the Torch up. Try to lower that crit rate a little bit. And we just got to hope we go before the Bone Rabble. Like, if we kill the Bone Rabble every turn, that's good news. Okay. So what we do is I think we're going to do the finish him against the Bone Rabble. So we need to roll a 9 or lower. We crit on a 2 or higher. Ooh, that's actually fantastic. So we lose 1 stress, and then everyone else in our area loses a stress as well. It's just Crit City up in here. So the Bone Rabble is dead, but he will be back very soon. But what's important is that they lose an action. They lose an action this turn, which is what we're aiming for, right? And then I think we're going to do a Marked for Death on this guy, which is going to be a pretty simple accuracy 10. This guy has a dodge of 0. So that's good. There's no crits here, but we do buff ourselves for 2 turns. We're going to debuff this guy for 1 turn, but we are going to mark him for 3 turns. And that's how we're doing things today. Okay. Who's up next? There's an enemy, but there's no enemy to go. So now we go to our good friend. Our good friend. Okay. Our good friend, the Highwayman. And the Highwayman's just going to kind of like stay here and just put damage down because that's his job, right? So he's going to start with a tracking shot against the Necromancer. So we actually have a crit of 3 and an accuracy of 11. So if we roll a 3 or lower, sorry, a 4 or lower, we actually crit on this. We rolled a 7, but that's okay. We are going to deal 2 damage. Only 75 left to go. Only 70, I'm going to actually put it like over here. So only 75 left to go. But we are going to buff ourselves for 3 turns. And now we're going to do a pistol shot against this guy. So we crit on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or lower, which is like a 60% crit rate. And we got it. So that puts this down, and you down. And we deal 15 damage on that hit. So that's nice. So now we're at 17. Only 60 left to go. And that'll be it for our good friend, the Highwayman. Then we go to the Vestal, who I think has a very important turn to start by taking 1 damage. All right. We're going to drop a Divine Grace on the Crusader. So we have a range of 0, 1. So we're going to go, we crit on a 5 or higher. We do hit. It does have an accuracy of 16. And we will heal 7. So it doesn't make up for the full thing, right? But it does help us out a little bit. I think for our next action... Drop a Divine Comfort down. We could drop a Divine Comfort. No, it's a range of 1. So I think we actually just do a Judgment. We attack this guy. We have an accuracy of 9. We crit on a 3, a 4 or higher. That's a 7. So this guy's just going to take 4 damage. Okay, we'll use the 10s where we can because it's just easier to keep track. I need, what, 6 of them? Yeah, give me 1 more. Actually, we realistically want 7 of them. Just so we get there. All right. That'll be the round. And now we just hope this guy doesn't go first because I do want to split my team up because he attacks crowded for all of his attacks. So we want to split up so he has like less damage output. So we got 21. So we got like over 25% of his health on the first turn. So I think that's pretty good. Let's see who's starting. It's the Crusader, and the Crusader is out for blood. So the Crusader, so actually the biggest problem is if he goes last. We want him to go like 2nd or 3rd. We definitely want him to go like before the Highwayman. But anyway, we're moving in here and we're gonna do a stunning blow. Sorry, a smite. We're doing a smite here. So we have an accuracy of 12 and a crit of 1, 2, 3. 3 or lower. Holy crap, it was a 3. So our stress goes down. And we hit this guy for 22. Okay, that looks pretty impressive. That looks like that looks pretty good. That's looking pretty comfortable. Let's see who's next. It is gonna be the Bounty Hunter. Okay, so what does the Bounty Hunter do here? Do we mark him for death again? Probably not. Oh, that's not a bad idea. No, because he won't get pulled because we only pull him 1. I mean, I suppose we can just like go 1, 2. We're not really doing the whole crowded thing to fix this. But we can, we can do this. I mean, I suppose we actually can just move there and then we do a finish him again. It's only 6 damage, but we're not really here to deal damage. If he already would have went, I definitely would have marked him for death, but now we get to split up, but also put damage on him. So we're going to do a finish him. We need to roll a 9 or lower. We rolled a 6, not enough to crit, but it does put 6 damage on the guy. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I need to look at this. This guy, I thought I was like, did I screw up? But this guy only has 1 action a round. Some other bosses have multiple actions around. So every time they activate, they do multiple things. And I imagine it scales with the difficulty here. Let me grab one. I'm curious. Oh. Oh, no, this is the wrong card. I'll figure out after, but this guy, as you can see, he does say actions once per round. Oh, on the target area, this guy actually would have spawned there. Would that have changed things? No, because we didn't finish him. So I think it's actually still fine. I think it's actually still okay. You know, I'm still learning, so I'm definitely still going to be getting things wrong. I think at this point, I want to pretend it's unavoidable, but it's not. It's not. Okay. Who's next? It's going to be the Highwayman. Okay, well, this is the thing I was worried about. Because the Vestal definitely does not have the damage output to put this all down on her own. So I think just the best thing to do is we once again fire a tracking shot at a range of 1 to 2. So this guy's 2 away, 1, 2. We crit on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or lower, and we hit on an 11 or lower. So we crit, bring our stress down. And we deal this guy 3 damage. So this adds to 7, so we're going to put 2 here, and we put another 10 down. Okay. That also gives us another buff, which is huge. We actually have a lot of cascading buffs here now, so what we're going to do now is do a pistol shot. And we actually have a very high crit rate here, because we have a crit rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we crit it again. And then we deal this guy 15 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay. Okay. That's pretty alright. That's pretty alright. Let's see who's next. It is the Vestal. So how much damage do we need to put on this guy? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to put 10 damage. We can't do that. We can't do that. So I think what we do is actually pretty simple. We move here just to split the crowded up, which I think is clutch. And then we're going to heal the Bounty Hunter at a range of 2. Oh, 0 to 1? Oh, crap. I guess we move here. Oh, that doesn't exactly solve the problem, does it? Oh, do we just have to, like, accept that we might be taking a bunch of damage? Alright, here's what we do. Here's what we do. We do a judgment against this guy. We have a crit range of 3. 3 or lower. That's an 8. Does that hit? It does hit. It does hit. We need to add an accuracy of 10. So we're going to deal 4 damage to this guy. So now he has 6 health left. The math checks out. But we do get to heal ourselves for 2 with that judgment. And then I think we're going to drop a Divine Grace on our good friend, the Bounty Hunter. So we crit on a 5 or lower. 4 or lower, sorry. 4 or lower. We rolled an 8. That does hit. We're going to heal this guy for 7. So this guy is definitely going to be coming in to attack us. It's his turn. So he's going to do a 2. Which is, once again, the flesh is willing. So he's going to move here. And then he is going to do... The flesh is willing on these guys. So he's going to attack with an accuracy... with an accuracy of 10 and a crit of 2. So these guys both have 1 dodge, so they need to roll a 9 or lower to hit. He does hit, but he doesn't crit, thankfully. We each take 6. Which is, like, not nothing. And we're not going to get, like, another turn to fix this. But it's not terrible. So this guy's going to move here. He's going to spawn a Bone Rabble. He's going to push himself back. The Bone Rabble is going to appear, and the Bone Rabble's actually going to get a turn. So the Bone Rabble's going to go next. So this guy is going to go closest. He's just going to hit the Bounty Hunter. He has a range of 0, an accuracy of 5. He misses. Okay. But now we go to a new round. So the working theory is that this guy's going to be dead if we get... There's a 4 out of 6 chance, so what, a 2/3? So a 66% chance... and there's a 33% chance he's going to go. The problem is every time he goes, like, our chances of going next. So we just got to hope we hit the 66% chance of going first here. These, I want to just make sure these are the same direction. So we just got to hope we hit that chance, and then we can, like, keep this going and maybe kill the Necromancer, especially because he's in the Crusader's spot. So let's see what we got. Nope, it's him. Oh, no, sorry. It's actually the Bone Rabble who goes first. Okay, so the Bone Rabble's just going to hit the Bounty Hunter again. Needs to roll a 5 or lower. He hits for 4 damage. Good job, buddy. Oh, crap. The Necromancer goes. That's not good. That is not good. He does another one of the flesh is willing. So he's going to move. He's basically repeating what he did last turn. He's going to move here. He's going to attack for 9 or lower. He needs to roll a 9 or lower. He does hit, and then they each take 6 damage again. So this is actually going to put the Highwayman at death's door. And then she's going to go to there as well. So notably, you do not heal at the end of a dungeon. This guy's going to then move back here, drop another bone rabble down, and then we shuffle it in there. So now we have an 80% chance of finishing this. And I don't think we want to wait till the end of the round. I think we just, if we get the Crusader's going to do a rallying cry, an inspiring cry to do a bit of healing, and then he's going to try to kill this guy. Our accuracy is 12, so I don't think it's going to be, I don't think missing is going to be a thing. All right, we're going to start with that inspiring cry. So we're going to reduce the stress on us, heal ourselves 1. We're going to heal the bounty hunter for 1, putting him to 4. Reduce his stress. He's already at there. Put the torch up, and then we're attacking this guy. Stunning, smite. We crit on a 1 or higher. We need to roll an 11 or lower. Oh my god, we actually crit as well. This guy is defeated because he takes 22 damage again, which, as you can see over here, is a lot less than what he has. So the summons die immediately, and combat is over. Combat is over there, and that is a successful mission. A lot of damage on these guys. A hell of a lot of damage. I love the way that the round is structured, where your healers like go last, so you don't really want to like push your luck waiting for another round. So you kind of have to like just cut your losses and go. What's most important though is that the campaign survives another day. We're going to be continuing into the next one, but first we got to have a Hamlet. We have to do like a whole Hamlet thing. And I ain't talking Shakespeare. Okay, but we have to actually do some stuff. So we have a bunch of our dice that we can spend. So we basically can deal out 6 healing, right? I think we want to drop... Well, we want to drop at least 1 of it on the Highwayman to get him out of death's door. I guess those ones I'm going to just sell those for gold. And then we heal her for 1. You know, let's just heal them each for... let's heal them each for 2. I think that's just the cleanest way of going about it. Okay, let's see what our Hamlet event is, shall we? That was a spooky time. We cut it a little bit close there in the last little bit. How does that look? Perfect, okay. Alright, so let's see what our Hamlet event is. I think I already gave these a shuffle. And I don't think I had any that I needed to remove. I'm pretty sure it'll obviously say whence it is time to remove. Maybe. Who knows? Alright. Alright, we have Unsettling Darkness. We have 3 days here, which is a good chunk of days. And it's when darkness forms shapes in the horizon, making all candlelights dim. This was one such week, one of Unsettling Darkness. We start at 4 next run. I'm pretty sure we actually now need to... I think I need to grab... our next... who our next boss is going to be. I think I need to grab that here. Problem is I don't know where it is, so I'm going to just pause until I find it. Okay. We have the Collector. So the Collector is our next challenge. But no evil remains dormant forever, for after a couple of moons, the Collector made its appearance, an elusive apparition that manifested only in front of a selected few, leaving behind the empty shell of its victims. Toothless husks with their tongues and eyes ripped from their sockets, others with their heads missing or with their hearts ripped out. Beware, for this vile ghost has rightfully earned its name. Lust for gold. At the end of each day, roll a... At the end of each day, roll a die. If the roll matches a building with a hero on it, the caretaker will steal 1 gold from a party member. From the party, rather. So we're going to lose our gold. And then when Curio awards gold and or a trinket, roll a d10. On a roll of a 1 to 5, the gold and trinket has already been collected by the collectors, and the heroes don't gain it. Okay, so we have 3 days to play. Let's see where our good friend, the caretaker's going. 8. So that is the blacksmith. So notably, I got to get rid of these extra ones that we had, which I actually never used the grape shot blast there, so we wasted the money. Okay. So now we got to decide where we go. I think the most important thing we need to do is we need to remove some quirks for the Vestal. So I'm going to spend 5 gold on that. The question is, do we want to upgrade a building? It costs 20 for all of them, except for, I think, the Nomad Wagon and the Blacksmith. So notably, we also have the level 2 trinkets in our pool as well. I'm not sure. Oh, but that's only when we get them randomly. Okay. Let's look at the upgraded buildings. Wherever the hell they are. Here they are. Oh, God, it was open. Okay. So we're looking for only the level 2s here. You're a level 3, you're a level 2, you're a level 3. I mean, you're the blacksmith, but I don't think I want you. Okay, so the Tavern 2 heals a lot of stress. We absolutely do not need that. Everyone's stress is looking very well accounted for. The Sanitarium 2 heals 7. Holy crap. Is that good? How much money does that leave us with? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to upgrade the Sanitarium. It leaves us with 31, which I have a feeling gold is about to get a lot more tight here. We want the Sanitarium 2. Mostly because, like, the heal 7 for 1 is really nice. Heal 14 for 3 is also just, it seems nice. It seems good, right? It seems good. Okay, Crusader, where are you going? What do you need to do? You need to level up your character, so why don't we do that? So we're going to spend 2 gold and 4 XP to level up the Crusader. So he's now level 2, baby! That's good. I think he's going to get a nice ability increase from that. The Bounty Hunter, we can sell stuff to the Stagecoach, which I think is not a bad idea. Sorry, to the Nomad Wagon. We lose all of our buffs and all that. We had a lot of buffs on the Highwayman. I need to see them. I might need to check the rules if there's a rule against stacking a lot of buffs. Okay. I mean, I think just in order to minimize the ability of the collector, We're just going to come over here, spend a stress to reveal a room in the next dungeon. So I'm just going to put a little mark on there just to show that I did that. The Highwayman is, I think, just going to go to the Sanitarium, is going to spend 1 gold. We're going to just heal 7. Seems like the thing that's pretty damn good. And then we're going to go here. We are going to spend 5. It is a lot of money, but we're going to remove 2 negative quirks. Just get those off of the Vestal, because, I mean, like, she gets 2 more, she's dead, right? All right, so now let's see what the Collector does. A 1, the Collector does not get our gold. Nice try, punk. All right, day 2. Let's see where the Caretaker's going. 7. Ooh, the upgrade. That's rather unfortunate. Oh, I guess now we can go to the graveyard, huh? Which just gives us a virtue for our next quest. All right, so we just gotta hope that we can get an upgrade next turn, because that's rather unfortunate. Okay, Crusader. Yeah, we'll just gain a virtue for our next quest. I assume it's only... Yeah, we get it... Oh, no, but it says for the next quest only. Let's see if there's a rule for this. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. We don't want to do that, because the virtue is the one of these things that can kill you. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. I don't think we want to do that. I'm a little bit scared by that. Stress is at 0. Health is at 4. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with just visiting the blacksmith. Paying a gold. And upgrading our smite, our stunning blow again. Or sorry, our smite to level 3 again. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We're going to go to the survivalist. We're going to just gain another prep die. You, my friend... You wanted to go here this turn. I think we're just going to go here and reveal 3 level 1 trinkets. I mean, buy them for 3. I haven't really been impressed with many of these. Sage's Book, Damage Stone, Critical Stone. Ooh. I don't think I'm gonna buy them still. I think we're just gonna. I don't know. Like, maybe that's wrong. Like, maybe that is just objectively the wrong choice, right? And then the Vestal's gonna go here. We're gonna spend 1, and we're gonna heal 7, just to get nice and comfortable. All right, let's see if the Collector steals from us. 6? No, they do not. All right, we go to the final day. And please don't roll a 7 here. I'm begging you. 8. Okay, that actually kind of sucks. I was hoping to maybe bump up our healing. We definitely losing an upgrade sucks, but I mean, we're only going to a level 2 dungeon, and we don't die. We don't lose if we die. We don't lose if we die. So there is that. Okay, where's everybody going? I mean, I guess... Let's see if we can get a trinket on you. Maybe there'll be something we like there. Okay, do that shuffle. Yeah, it's reveal 3 level 1 trinkets, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we got to get to the level 2. What's a level 2 trinket? Interesting. Interesting. All right. Sage's Book, Accuracy Stone, Blight Charm. When you hit a skill with a skill. Well, we're not doing that. Does accuracy matter? I don't think so. So again, we're going to say thanks, but no thanks. The Bounty Hunter is going to go back to the Survivalist. We're going to spend a coin for another die. Highwayman's going to go and level up. We're going to spend $2, leaving us with 8 in change. And we're going to spend 4 XP, leaving us with 2. And we're going to also level up the Highwayman. So we're all level 2. We're all level 2. What is the upgraded guild? Is it just cheaper? Oh, maybe just... Oh, no, here. No, that's Abby. Can you just not upgrade the guild? Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Okay, and then as for the Vestal... I mean, we did get a lot. I would have liked to upgraded one more character's abilities, like specifically the Vestal. But I think the Vestal is just going to do a 3-turn buff on everybody. But also, most importantly, reduces everybody's stress to 0. You'll love to see it. Alright, well, in the next episode, we are going to be going up against the first of the level 2 dungeons, which means we're also going to have the level 2 monsters in it. Which actually is one of those things where, when I was first playing, I didn't really understand the scope of the Necromancer's power of being able to remove the cards we defeat that aren't unholy. And I was like, oh good, we get rid of the Madmen and all that. But that means we actually have less level 1 cards in our deck now that we're going to start visiting... going deeper into the dungeon where things are scarier. So it means that we're going to have less of a chance of seeing level 1 creatures, which is why ultimately I'm happy that we have more... All of our heroes are level 2. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying this. The campaign continues as we go into the next step, as we go deeper and deeper into the manor, and let's find out what we find. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, a JJ's.